Alright, hello class. Today is March 27th, 2014. I would like to wish you either a good morning or a good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. In my absence, my expectations are for you to complete two assignments in Photoshop. The first assignment, which will be contained in this video, is named Phone Booth. It is on pages 27, 21, and 22. The second video, or the second assignment, which will be in another video, is named Blue Eye, and that is on page 23 and 24. So let's get started on the phone booth. Remember, during this video, I want you to follow along with me. In my absence doesn't mean that you do not turn things in, okay? I told you that if you do not turn this in by today, it will result in a 0. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we must do, we want to open Photoshop as always. Go to File, Open. We're going to open another JPEG image. From here, we would go to My Computer, go to the T drive. As you see, the instructions are on page 21, so I'm just following along on there. Go to your T drive, open your Photoshop folder. We are still in Lesson 3. In Lesson 3, we're still using the Magic Wand tool. What you'll notice on this one, we are going to open the phone booth picture. So we're still using the Magic Wand tool. We're also going to learn what's called a quick selection tool. So first, once we have our picture opened, we want to save this. So let's go to File, Save As. Go to My Computer, go to your H drive, go to your Photoshop folder, Lesson 3, and we want to save the format as Photoshop. So scroll to the top, go to Photoshop, and we want to add phone booth underscore your initials, and then click Save. Okay, let's get started on this. If you're following along, I'm on number 5 right now. Okay, we're going to use what's called the crop tool. We've used the crop tool in other assignments and other activities. You are familiar with the crop tool. The crop tool, we are going to remove an unwanted portion of the picture. The crop tool is located on the first column, third row from the top. Okay, let's go ahead and make our default workspace. So go to Workspace, Default Workspace, and also let's change our color to default color. Okay, so we have our crop tool selected. What we're wanting to crop out the telephone booth on the left. We only want to leave with the phone booth and the man in the picture. So if you will, come to the top of your picture, come into the top of your picture between the two phone booths, click and drag till you'll see a dotted line, and we want to select around the phone booth and the man, and then let go. What you'll notice, you'll see a darkened area. Whatever is darkened means that will be cropped out from the picture. You notice you can zoom in on your handle. You can bring it out a little bit if you need to, if you messed up. You can adjust it. We want the entire picture. Once you have your desired area, we want to commit the layer, so click on the check mark to commit the layer. And you'll notice from there, our cropped out section is now gone. Okay? Now, the first part, I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing a little more. We want to use the Magic Wand tool. So it's the second tool in the second column. Choose the Magic Wand tool. Okay, we've used the Magic Wand tool in the zebra assignment. We want to make sure that the Add to selection is chosen. The tolerance is about 32 to 35. 32 is the default setting. We want to make sure anti-alias is checked and contiguous is checked. It will just be easier for you in the long run. So we're going to select just the red phone booth, nothing else, just the red part of the phone booth. So if you notice, if you click on the phone booth, you'll get the dancing ants. And what you'll notice, get the main part of the phone booth. You might not be able to get everything so far. Get the main part, just continue to click. Get just the red, just like so. Remember, be as precise as you can. Be precise as you can. So from here, if you notice, on this part here, it's very hard for me to click on every single item to get it off. What I'm going to give you a hint on using, go back to the magic wand tool and choose the quick selection tool. The quick selection tool, make sure that you have this second option, the add to selection. You can make your brush maybe size 30, 20 or 30. I'm going to use 30. Okay. Now, what you'll see the quick selection tool, it is just the way it's named is. What you do, if you click and you drag, and what you'll notice is that the dancing ants are now disappearing. So I can just go through there really quickly and select the red phone booth. If you see my cursor right here, I'm clicking and I'm just dragging. You see how I got part of the tree, part of the background here? If I choose the subtract from selection option, and I go up here, and it'll just take all of that away. Also, you see the word telephone is also selected. We do not want the word telephone. So we can just go through there, and right now the red part of the phone booth is selected. So I'm going to switch back to add to selection. Go through there, make sure you don't have any area that has the dancing ants. You notice right there I just messed up. I can go back to subtract from selection and just click there. Okay. Okay, now continue to select all of the red. You can see most of this is already going to be selected automatically. Just like so. We do not want to select the man, we just want the phone booth. So let me correct this right here. Okay, once you have all of the phone booths selected, see I still have a little bit up here I messed up on. Once you have all of the telephone booths selected, just the red in the telephone booth, what we're going to do from here, we're going to go to the select menu at the top and choose inverse. So right now we have the red telephone booth selected. When we choose inverse, we're choosing the opposite. So right now we're going to choose everything but the red telephone booth. So once we choose inverse, if I zoom out, you'll now see the dancing ants around the entire picture. So now everything but the telephone booth is selected. So what we're going to do here, we're just simply going to make everything else black and white. So from here, go to the image menu, adjustments, and then black and white. And then click OK. So what you'll see here, everything else that is selected is now black and white. Okay? If you messed up on something, remember you can always go back and redo something if you need to. If you're using the quick selection tool, make sure that you're using the add to selection and subtract from to selection for all this. So let's hit Control D to deselect, and now you're left with this assignment. Remember, I will check for completion. Make sure that it looks neat, that I can tell that you took your time on this. Okay, now what we must do, let's save it. Go to File, Save As, or Save, and then go to File, Save for Web and Devices. Okay, make sure this says JPEG here. Click Save, and what you will do, you will add _ final to your picture and click Save. Okay, now what you will do, you will go to Canvas and you'll turn in the phone booth _ your initials _ final assignment on Canvas. Okay. So once you go back to Canvas where you're watching this video, you'll submit it from there. Okay. The next assignment will be in a different video. So what you need to do, go back to your home page once you have turned it in, and once you click on the second link, it'll take you to the Blue Eye assignment. Okay. Best of luck, and make sure that you turn this assignment in.